Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are just going to be reacting to the James Charles situation. You guys are not going to be seeing it on the screen, but I will be seeing it on my iPad right now. Yeah, so we're just going to be reacting to that. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And yeah, so I already watched it, and I already know what's gonna, like what he's going to say. But I just want to share it with you guys because, you know, there's been a lot of things going on, and I just want to hear, I've been hearing both sides of the story. Tati posted a video, and then Jim posted a video, and then Tati posted a video. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna listen to it again, and just go through it. So, yeah. And then I did my makeup today, and I'm just really bored because I have nothing else better to do because all my friends are at prom because they're in 11th grade and I'm in 10th grade. So yeah. But make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you turn on the notification bell so you can get my notifications. That is a tongue twister. Okay.
Ago, I uploaded a video to my YouTube channel titled Tati. This video was a direct response to the video that Tati Westbrook uploaded to her channel titled By Sister.
Yes.
Before I say anything at all in this video, I want to make it very, very clear that everything I said in that video in regards to my sentiments towards Tati and my apology, I stand behind 100% and still reign true.
That is true. He did post a video of Tati and he apologized for everything after she made the situation go public, which it didn't really have to. It went public, and he posted an apology and he texted and he did all of that. So I'm just putting that out there that he did.
I know I got emotional in the video. I apologize. It was something very, very hard for me to deal with, especially when it came to talking about my very own mom.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pause it right now because I've been pausing. I don't feel that people are gonna attack him for crying in the video. I just don't understand that. Like, he's crying. What do you expect him to do? I mean, it's really sentimental. They've been friends. Like, they've just been, friends. So for them to just, come at him saying, "Oh, you cried in the video, boo-hoo," whatever. Boo-hoo you. Boo-hoo.
In Tati's video, she discusses many of the different reasons as to why she was choosing to close a chapter in her life that I was heavily involved in, making many of our private issues very, very, very public, and now millions and millions of people have weighed in with their opinions and speculations on subjects that they honestly know absolutely nothing about. I will not ask for sympathy, and I will definitely not ask for forgiveness either, but I will ask that you watch this entire thing all the way through before forming any further opinions or talking about this story more. Hello, Future James here, popping in quickly. I know doing an insert in a video like this is not professional, trust me, but I filmed this several times now, and as time keeps going on, more and more things keep coming out into the public, and more people are speaking on the situation, and it is very important to me that this video has all the information, all the facts, all the receipts, and is current and present because I will not be addressing it again after this matter.
Okay, so
this morning when I was editing this video,
number one, just putting it out there, I do not feel that they should have took it to the public. I feel like they should have described it even though the public knew what was going on because of Tati's video. I do not believe that they should have took it to the public because that just creates more and more and more and more and more and more problems. And people are putting their opinion in it, which that doesn't really mean anything because it's their situation. Now, don't get me wrong, I love both of them, but just keep it between you guys and not the whole public. I feel like by sister. So I'm just saying.
I noticed that last night, Tati had uploaded a video to her channel called Why I Did It, and this morning, Jeffree Star was on Snapchat talking about the whole situation. First and foremost, I do want to issue a thank you to both Jeffree and Tati for taking some of the responsibility for blowing this whole thing up and for starting everything. I really respect that a lot, and I also appreciate the fact that they are trying to redirect the hate away because I think we're all aware at this point that it has gotten way too far. The past week on the internet has been the darkest I think we've all ever seen, and it's also been the darkest time I've ever had to go through in my life, and my thoughts got to a really scary place. Watching Tati's video, it's clear to me that she also is in a really dark place as well and has been pained by this whole situation. If I've known anything about Tati over the past 3 years, it's that she has a huge, huge heart. There's no denying that, and I think that, or I do believe her when she says that she did not want this to get so vile. I don't really think any of us thought it was going to be as big as it really was. In both of their videos, Jeffree and Tati both mentioned that they hope that I'm able to change and that we can all move on from this situation. And trust me, I agree. There's nobody that wants this over with as much as I do. But in Tati's second video and in Jeffree's Snapchats, they both said that they stand behind everything that they mentioned. And unfortunately, there have been allegations made against me because of these things. And I don't really feel comfortable just moving on from those. I would like to take this video today as an opportunity to kind of explain everything that has happened and address literally everything. There's a lot that happened behind the scenes leading up to Tati's video, and there's a lot that happened behind the scenes and publicly after Tati's video, and I feel as though it is my responsibility to kind of let you guys in on those because there's a lot of misinformation going around and it's just not really good. Just like Tati said in her video, this whole situation is a lot bigger than just vitamins, and I think anybody who's kind of followed the situation is well.
So I'm going to speed it up to where it speaks about Jeffree, the guys, you know, everything, because right now he's just talking about the vitamins and it's not really big deal.
I had not thought about the fact that Tati was a Sugar Bear Hair competitor, and in that moment I thought,
I love straight boys, and make it a joke. Because this behavior is not normal.
two boys with absolutely crazy lives. She's helped me so much in the past, and when I've made a mistake.
Okay, so on her first video and her second video, she said in her first video that he was basically out. I feel how it happened. She was just basically calling him disgusting, like just basically just downrighting him and stuff like that. Just calling him a disgusting person that and stuff like that, and like, oh, he's so disgusting. I know it can be out of anger, but like, you're messing with someone's career right now. Like, I mean, if he did that to your career, you wouldn't like it. So I'm just saying. Okay, I'm gonna continue the video.
He has never turned to public humiliation as a form of punishment. All that being said, I love my mom, and I think she's doing a damn good job, if I do say so myself.
The last phone conversation that James and I had, he's one question in there. I love you for that.
I just received my package from Halo Beauty. This is Tati's brand new brand. I did not tell Tati that I was buying these, but I did pay for these myself because I just wanted to support her, and I'm so happy. I know she's getting a lot of back.
I do feel like she was kind of mad, upset that he did not use her brand, Sugar Bear. I mean, he posted about it, he took a video about it, he added it in a question, like, it. So, I mean, you can't say that he did not put your career out there. I'm not saying that he made her, I'm not saying any of that, but he did, you know, support you in that way, so.
This which is making me so mad because I know she's worked so hard on these for the past several years now. Congratulations, Tati. I love you literally so much, and I'm very, very proud of you and all your hard work. I do want to keep this video strictly based on facts and receipts, but one of the most hurtful things Tati did in her video was bring up my mom and question her parenting. No tears this time. My mom is the strongest woman I have ever met. She is kind, she is creative, and she is caring. She is a cancer survivor, and she balances a marriage, a full-time job, and raising two boys with absolutely crazy lives. She's helped me so much in the past, and when I've made a mistake, she has never turned to public humiliation as a form of punishment. All that being said, I love my mom, and I think she's doing a damn good job, if I do say so myself.
The last phone conversation that James Charles and I had, he said some things telling me about a situation that happened in Seattle at my birthday, and it literally made me want to vomit. Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again, and somehow you're the victim. You know, it's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sex.
Now, okay, let me talk on this base real quick. I don't know all the facts, but as I watched Sam's video, he did not at all put in one word that James forced him to do anything, that James did this, that James did that, that James did this. He did not say that. He had full consent. He said, James asked him if he wanted to kiss. He said, yeah. If you were not sure about your sexuality, guess what? You don't say yes, you say no. Full consent. James asked him, please stay. He said no. James let him go. That is not holding someone captive. And she said he was disgusting. as you guys know, Tati did not have any facts. She did not have any proof. I'm not saying that she does not, but I'm just saying, if you run in the hotel, you do not want to know what happened. And then, in the video, she said he's disgusting. Sis, let me spell the T. Okay? That is wrong. You do not know what happened in the hotel. Nobody knows what happened in the hotel except those two people. If he in his video said that he gave full consent, in his video he said it all. I consented. I said yes. I said yes. That does not make James a bad person. If he told James that he was bi, that does not make him a bad person at all. I just don't feel if he said oh, I'm bi. Like, that's telling you that the guy told him he was bi, so that means that he was setting him up. Just put that out there, because James has the facts, James has the messages, he has the tweets, he has the Instagram, he has all of this. Where are you guys' facts? Where are you guys' text messages? Nowhere. So, that being said, James is right.
Especially when they are still, emerging into adulthood and don't quite have everything figured out.
I love how she has like
you are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions, and you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight. And you know what? That's not okay. And how dare you laugh about it and make meme after meme and retweet and this and that and I love straight boys, I love straight boys, and make it a joke. Because this behavior...
Okay. James said that he's into straight guys. How is that disgusting? Saying that you like straight guys. How is that? There are some guys out there that like gay guys. There might be some out there. But how, and then laugh about it. Oh my God. Oof.
It's not normal. It's not okay.
I'm not crying.
Cracking someone's sexuality is not an escape room.
First of all, I'm a 19-year-old virgin. I talk about boys quite a lot on my social media networks. Clearly, at this point, it is not acceptable anymore. We're talking about that in a little bit, I promise you. But just thought I would bring it up, put it out into the universe. I don't really get a lot of action. We have probably guessed this at this point. So, that being said, I have never, and would never, and will never use my fame, money, or power to manipulate or get any sexual actions from a guy. That is disgusting. It is not me. And the fact that Tati brought this up blows my mind because she knows the real story. The story that we're talking about here is a situation that happened when I was in Seattle for Tati's surprise party with a boy named Sam. Now, I'm going to tell you the full story since everybody seems to be leaving out literally.
I'm sorry, I will stop pausing at this end. But I love how they're trying to state facts about James and the guys, but they weren't actually there. You weren't actually in the hotel. You weren't actually on dates. I mean, come on. You weren't there. You're just saying what James... You're just twisting his words. And then for you to go in the public eye on YouTube and tell that about James, that is just downright just rude. I mean, raise your hands if you agree. That's just rude. You don't do that. That's basically letting his business out. If that's not your business, that's basically letting his out. I don't think that he wanted everybody to know. So, and then for all the guys to come out now when he had his scandal with Tati is just really crazy. I just don't understand. So, yeah. And I will pause it just to read the text messages since you guys can't read it between James and Sam, James and Jeffrey, James. Just,
every single detail. In Tati's video, she mentioned that she was disgusted and had to apologize to her family for me apparently saying things that I wanted to do to a waiter and then justifying those actions by saying I am a celebrity. Okay, this literally did not happen. What did happen is that me, Jeffrey, Nate, and my best friend Drew all flew to Seattle to surprise Tati for her birthday on February 14th. That night, we went out to dinner with Tati and James and her whole family, and we're in a restaurant. There was a cute boy across the restaurant that I kept making eye contact with and that I was interested in. And the conversation of dating for me and Jeffrey both came up at the dinner table, and we were talking about it for a very, very short period of time. The conversation never got inappropriate. Period. The boy that was involved with the story is named Sam. Now, when I originally wanted to do this video addressing everything, I did plan on crossing his name and keeping him completely private, but he has since come out and made a video of his own talking about the situation, just like Tati leaving out many, many details, but In his video and in the screenshots that I have, Sam mentioned that he was perfectly fine and found the flirting that I was doing flattering. So I'm not really sure why this got turned into something much bigger, but it simply was not.
And he was looking at me later on that night. He started talking to the other employees about me, asking me if I had a Valentine. This was on Valentine's Day, where he especially thought that I was very attractive and he wanted to get my phone number and all that. But the wait staff at my restaurant didn't let that happen. He left and it kind of just went untalked about.
The I'm a celebrity thing is really incredibly frustrating to me because this is an inside joke between my friends and I that Tati is also participated in, and she twisted this to be something far worse than what it is.
Okay.
This is the joke that really is where we say I'm famous, not I'm a celebrity, and it's something that we don't say in public very often because without context, I get it, it looks and sounds really, really bad. Trust me. Literally, famous is synonymous with anything good. So yeah, if my YouTube video does well one day, my friends will say, oh my god, James, you're so famous. But literally, if my friend takes a good Instagram photo, oh my god, you're so famous. If our boneless buffalo wings at Chili's are extra delicious one day, oh my god, these wings are so, so famous. It has nothing to do at all with fame, power, or money, which is what Tati alluded it to being, and it is so frustrating that she turned an innocent and funny inside joke that she has participated in into something so beyond disgusting. I'm going to try my best to make a long story very short. The next day, Sam slid into my DMs first and I happened to see.
These DMs, I will tell you what these DMs say right now because it's looking. And these DMs
to see him. We started talking back and forth.
So these DMs were in Sam's video. So it says, LOL, it's Sam, the buster from John. I'm not gonna say the word because I don't know how. Oh my, OMFG. And it says, how are you? It says, sorry, last night. You are very, very attractive. And then it says, it's all good. You're very flirty, actually. Love that. I did not think you were 19. Oh my god, I am too. Turning 20 on the 2nd, actually, looking young. It says, oh, love that. So, I'm not really sure if Sam took that portion of the text and he put it in his video. He only put the side that James is in. So just putting it out there, he said he didn't like the flirtiness, which he texted on the thing he did. So just find out a little.
That he was flattered by me flirting with him the night beforehand.
Sorry about last night. You're very attractive.
Now on his thing, it's the same thing, but it's just. It's just weird. Okay.
It's all good. Very flattering, actually.
A few minutes into the conversation, I asked about his sexuality, and
these are the two texts. So this one is from Sam. Honestly, I didn't know who you were till last night. I just thought you were a really sweet, nice person. Respect all you straight. I'm assuming I'm bi. Literally says I'm bi. Bi. He says. James says, really? Yeah. I mean, I have had any experience with a guy, but I do find men attractive. That was unexpected. Okay, love that. Me too. Unexpected. And then James said, yes, although you just, I don't know how to say that word. Me as a very, very straight guy. Oh, stuck. Okay. And then it says, I thought I was straight for a while. You definitely shocked me when you walked in. James said you should have said something after you saw us talking about you all last night. I wasn't allowed to. My supervisor was on me about being I don't know how to say that. And we were so busy. Oh my god, LOL. I wasn't even allowed to drop my phone number. Did you try? It's one of the rules, like, I had to sign with when I got hired, because it's such a fancy restaurant. They don't allow a lot of people introduced between bus boys. I would have loved to. Sam left that portion of that out of his text. He left that out.
told me straight up that he was bisexual.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking.
Tati does not have the proof. She does not have the text messages at all. Sam totally left that part out. He said, I am bi. Literally, I am bi. Tati does not know that because she wasn't there. Because she doesn't have James' Instagram, Snapchat. She doesn't have all of that. So, actually get your facts before you try to make assumptions and try to ruin someone's career. Thank you.
Gay.
There was no straight men being manipulated anywhere in the story like Tati mentioned. Later on in the conversation, he asked when I was leaving Seattle, and I told him the next morning, to which he responded, I wish we had time to hang out, and I said, hey, why don't you come over to my hotel tonight? We can watch a movie together. He said, sounds good. Later on, he messaged me first and told me, hey, straight up, I've never done anything with a guy before.
So, Sam said, what's the deal with the hotel? James said, do you want to come back here and watch a movie and talk and stuff? Well, yeah, I can book another room for my friend quickly, lol. Another room for us to hang out in. I would love to hang out and talk, watch a movie. I'm just letting you know I've never done stuff with a guy before, so I'd like to talk and get to know you first. Yeah, that's fine. Same. 30 minutes. Oh my God. Photo. Don't know what the photo was. Probably him. But so soon. I'm nervous. Haha. For what? And then James said, you obviously nothing to worry about because 1, you don't have to do anything, and 2, I'm not going to post anything or tell anyone because I literally can't. You're okay. He said, oh, thank you. You're right. Which he left out. Sam left that part out. Tati does not know. Sam left that part out.
A little bit nervous, to which I told him there was absolutely no pressure. This is all shown in the screenshots. Sam showed up at the hotel, we watched the movie together, and we cuddled. After the movie, I asked him if he wanted to kiss, to which he said yes.
I get to the hotel room, we say hi, it's all fine. We ended up watching a movie, and after that movie he asked to kiss me. I said yes. We ended up making out for around an hour, and if I'm being honest,
if you were straight, you wouldn't have said yes. You wouldn't have made out for an hour. Just saying.
He's the worst kisser I've ever kissed.
Rude.
Way too much tongue.
Alright, note taken. After making out with Sam for over an hour, I did invite him to sleep over at the hotel.
And he kept telling me to stay, like, please stay, don't leave me. All this and that, but I really wanted to go home. So I left.
Of course, I wanted to spend more time with him, but he said that he wanted to go home and be in his own bed and think about everything that was going on because it was quite a lot, and I definitely understood and did not blame him. He then left and sent me a message afterwards thanking me for being so understanding.
Sam said, good night, thank you for everything. Smiley face. James said, it was a pleasure meeting you. I would have loved to fall asleep in your arms, but maybe next time. You're too sweet. Maybe there will be a next time. One can hope. It's a short flight away. Sorry, I'm cutting it short. I just needed to process everything, and thank you for understanding. Which Sam left that part out. Tati does not know what happened because she does not have the text, because she doesn't have the proof, because she doesn't have the receipts, because all of that. Sam left that part out. He did not tell us that at all. He did not have any proof. He did not have any text messages. He does not have anything. All we do is go by his word.
And I told him that I would always be there for him if he needed literally anything. Point being, everything that happened in the hotel room was 100% consensual, and this is confirmed.
I said yes.
By the only 2 parties that were actually there, being myself and Sam. After this night, Sam and I continued to talk for the next several weeks. At first, it was really great, but I noticed that his feelings towards me and sexuality were kind of wavering quite a lot, and I came to the conclusion that he needed to figure himself out and that I needed to move on because I kept getting hurt. Last important note to keep in mind about the timeline of the whole situation. On May 2nd, Sam texted me from his friend's phone saying that he was fully gay and
Okay. So, this is from his friend's phone, and Sam crossed out the friend's name and the phone number because he does not want any privacy. And it's a really long sentence, so I'm just going to read as much as I can. Hey, it's Sam, you were right. I'm gay. I'm gay. I gay. I was tongue twister. I was close because of my friends knowing I wanted to talk. If it's not the right time, I get it, but I still want to. Hey, it's Sam. You were right. I'm gay. So no, if it's a no, but I thought I'd let you know you were right. Whose number is this? Not mine. I have to delete messages, so can you text me? I'm blocked. I'm really happy for you that you've thought about yourself further and come to the terms with your sexuality. That isn't easy, and I'm proud after everything that happened between us, right? I have a lot of things going on in my life I need to work and fixing, and don't have time to energize to try to make something work. I don't want to get hurt anymore. And then Sam said, that's understandable. This isn't my phone, so can you unblock me off of IG? So text me. So in the future, when things get better and you feel ready to, maybe we can talk. Sure. Your number was never blocked and your Instagram is unblocked. It's not about me being ready. It's about you not being ready. It's Sam. Can you talk? Off his friend phone again. I told you earlier your number was unblocked. Why are you still calling me from your friend's phone? You're not picking up. Which Sam left that part out. Get your facts, baby. Get your facts.
Talk to me about something important. I called him, and instead of talking about that, he asked me if I was talking to another guy at the same time that I was talking to him. I was a little bit confused as to why I was being asked this, but I did answer him honestly, and then I asked him what made him come to a conclusion with everything. To which he said, I'm actually not fully gay. After dealing with this a million times, I was frustrated, and I hung up. Just to clarify, so there are no further questions, the point of including this screenshot is not to out Sam. Sam texted me saying he was fully gay, but it was a trap to get me on FaceTime so he could illegally record the conversation to include in the video that he was planning later on. Like I said, at the end of the conversation, I asked Sam how he came to this conclusion, and then he told me he was not fully gay, to which I hung up out of frustration. Later on, he texted me saying he was confirmed bi. This is why in Sam's video, he included a screenshot of me telling him I did not think he was fully straight. This comment had a lot of people really upset and confused as to why I was telling somebody their sexuality, but there's a very explanation. Sam and I talked for a very, very long time, and his sexuality, like I said, wavered a lot. Every time that he was a little bit confused, we had open and honest conversations about it, and he always asked me my input, and I gave it to him. I would never out somebody, and I have never, ever tried to manipulate somebody's sexuality, including his, point blank period. The whole situation that happened with Sam was very, very long and complicated and left both of us very hurt and confused. And through trying to deal with this, I reached out to many of my different friends for advice.
So, Tati, when do you come home? Miss you. I get home tomorrow night. Oh my, Tati, Sam is flying to LA on Saturday, LOL. She sent the little eye emojis with the, okay. And then she said, what? I know, we've been talking every single day since. You're supposed to hook up with the waiter, not marry them. You're supposed to hook up with the waiter, not marry them. Tati told him he was disgusting. But James wanted a relationship. James wanted to talk. James wanted this. Tati literally said you're supposed to hook up with him, not marry. And then she tries to put it on him. Try to frame him like he's a victim. No, you're stupid.
One night in my kitchen where Tati, James, and Gabriel all came over, and I told them the same exact story and showed them the same exact screenshots that all of you guys just saw. After hearing this, like Tati said in her video, Tati and James actually did have a heart-to-heart conversation with me about the boys that I get involved with. They told me that talking to curious guys was going to continue to get me hurt, and that also it could look really, really bad from an outside perspective if somebody tried to manipulate the situation. And for me, this was a major, major wake-up call that I took to heart, because I honestly had never thought about it in any other way, because I knew that everything that I was doing was always consensual between both me and the boy, and I had receipts to back it up. But I wish I knew at the time that Tati's advice was really a warning because she did exactly what she told me someone else may, which was tell my story with no details, no facts, and no proof, and twist it around, and now serious allegations have surfaced that could permanently damage my career. Now, like I said, the talk that happened in my kitchen, I really did appreciate because it was the first time I kind of took a step back and was able to analyze what was going on. And this week has been a major eye-opener for me as well. I want to take a brief moment to talk about boys. Boys have obviously been a topic that has been discussed quite in detail on my YouTube channel and social media networks. This is no secret. I wish it hadn't been, but if I'm going to talk about it one last time, I definitely want to be open and honest with you guys, the ones who matter. I came out of the closet as gay at age 12, which is honestly really, really young to kind of figure all of that out. I had 2 other boys in my school at the time who were gay, but we were all close friends, so nothing was happening there, if you know what I mean. But all my other friends were having their first kiss underneath the playground slide or getting into their first relationship and talking all about it. And for me, I was on Pop Tropica and social media networks trying to make friends and trying to find out what else I was interested in. I never really got the opportunity to experiment with love and learn from that as a growing teenager, and I think that that's honestly left me kind of underdeveloped as a person in a lot of different ways. I've been forced to grow very, very quickly because of the job that I work in social media, which I know I've said a million times beforehand, but love and relationships is something that I have barely any experience in, and I honestly think that that's why I'm a lot less mature than others may be in the situations that I get myself into. I definitely am emotional, and I let that get the best. Not only is everything in it very accurate, but I honestly feel like he did a great job of explaining a topic that is very confusing and complex, and that not a lot of people understand, including me fully, to be honest. Yes, as a gay man, I am attracted to men, and in the past, whenever I have found a guy cute on Instagram or on social media, I have slid into DMs with a simple hello or a nice compliment. If anybody ever made it clear that they were not interested or were not gay and didn't want to talk, I always apologized for the unwanted attention, and the conversation was put to a halt immediately. I do take full responsibility for sending these messages, and this situation has definitely taught me that sending messages that are so forward and direct like this are unacceptable, and I no longer will do that moving forward. A few different guys that I've talked to in the past have since came forward with their stories or posted screenshots of conversations that I had with them saying that I made them feel uncomfortable, and reading some of them, I honestly felt really, really bad. I reached out to all the boys directly and apologized to them for my actions. But aside from those few guys, people are treating hashtag James Charles' over party as an open invitation to add to the narrative with lies, which is not only harmful to me, but it's also creating very, very dangerous stereotypes around the LGBTQ plus community. For example, Zara Larsson, who's a pretty big singer, tweeted saying that I messaged her boyfriend multiple times knowing he was straight. And this tweet got almost 500,000 likes before it was deleted. In her defense, she did later on say that it was only one message, but it was way too late because the media had already ran with it, saying that I was harassing straight men and wouldn't leave him alone. Had I known that he was dating Zara Larsson, I clearly never would have messaged him in the first place, but this is all very hypocritical considering this is how Zara Larsson found her boyfriend. I'd like to pose a question to you, the audience, and ask, why is it okay for Zara Larsson, a woman with a public platform, to tweet these photos of a shirtless man and say, who are you, where do you live, how old are you, why are you so fine, how do you like your eggs cooked in the morning? But for me, as a gay man, to DM the same person in private with a simple compliment is predatory. These stereotypes around gay men have been and continue to be very, very harmful to the community and have been historically used to villainize gay men in society. Someone completely fabricated a whole entire story about me touching another boy in a high school urinal, and it blew up. This person came forward a few days later saying that it was a social experiment, but it was too late. People also completely photoshopped Twitter DMs of me reaching out to these people, threatening legal action if they were to tweet more things, when in reality I have literally not even been on social media, and I deleted the Twitter app from my phone. So all these things are just so false and are so fake, and it's truly disgusting. Also, pretty much every boy that I've ever even communicated with at this point is posting screenshots of our conversation to make a spectacle of me. I've dealt with so many fake stories in the past, from Coachella, the fake sex tape, and now this.
I just love how you pointed that out. All of a sudden they're coming out now instead of later. Why would you come out now instead of later? That's just a real big. I want you guys to comment down below. Why would just Just answer that but down. Why would you come out now all of a sudden when they're having this big feud instead of later? That just does not make sense to me. And now they're trying to call him a predator. That's just stupid. That's ruining his career. That you just don't know how. Oh.
I'm done. I'm done being the subject of these bandwagon stories for likes. It's not okay. Now that we've addressed and cleared the air on the boys, let's get back to our timeline because somehow there's still a whole lot more to this story and more claims as well. In Tati's video, she said that she felt she needed to bring all of this to the public eye because people needed to know what's going on behind the scenes.
That's not right. Tati said that she needed to bring this to the public eye because everything that goes on behind the scenes. That is not right. That is invasion of privacy. That is someone else's business that you did not know. That is someone else's knowledge that you weren't there for. So, in your right mind, it makes it okay for you to go out and do all of that and try to ruin his career. And at that time, I feel like she was being really rude. I just feel like she was being mean and she was hurt and she was damaged. And I just feel like she just needed something to get back at him. That so childish. It's so childish.
And I truly cannot believe that I'm about to bring up what I'm going to bring up, but I feel the same exact way. On Monday, May 6th, Jeffree posted this tweet to his Twitter, which I instantly started.
Okay, Jeffree Star said, who else has a folder full of tweets they wish they could send out? I want to keep it so real sometimes about the behind the scenes. It is the beauty community, but I let karma do its work like it always does. And this have got comments 1.1k. This have got reshared 2.8k. This have got liked 73k. May 6th. This is the real Jeffree Star account. He's not making this up.
Tagged in. After this tweet and a few other ones from him and his friends, I decided to reach out to him and ask if there was something going on that I should be aware of.
Okay, so James said, why am I getting tagged in your tweet a million times? What's going on? Can we please talk? When you get a second, can you FaceTime me for a second, please? I won't take long. Can't talk right now, but I'll hit you up later when I'm free. I don't know what is happening with you and other people, but I hope it can all be fixed for the sake of all of us. Okay, I'll be at the meet, so I don't know when I'll be able to reply, but I would really like to talk to you soon. We could use some honest advice on Instagram.
He replied to me and he said that it was not about me and that it was about another brand stealing his ideas. This message was in a voice memo which has since disappeared from the screenshot. You'll just have to believe me. I have literally no reason to lie at this point. Even though he said it wasn't about me, I still asked to talk to him, but he said he was unavailable. A few hours later, while I was getting ready for the Met Gala, I got this text from Jeffree.
Okay, so this is from Daphne. We definitely need to talk. Tati and Shane, plus a few others, told me everything that you have said about me over the last 6 months. Me over the 6 months. I am heartbroken, disgusted, so sad to hear everything, but shocking for surprise. I have only been a great friend to you, and you have never said anything bad about you behind the scenes, which is obviously not the cause of for you. Let's definitely talk. I do not talk about you behind the scenes. Have not talked to you, Shane, literally at all in the last 6 months. He have not talking to Shane in 6 months. I am apparently, obviously, and I'm just gonna let him.
Concerned, but mostly really confused, I reached out to him about meeting together in private in hopes to speak together and figure out the misunderstanding, but he didn't reply. 3 days later, still no response. I decided to reach out again, but he was not available.
So it says, hey, let me know if you have an hour free later today, and I'll pop over before going to the airport so we can talk. Do you have a few moments to FaceTime? I'll try later. This is my only day off in Michigan with Nate family. Totally understand. Enjoy your day off. You have deserved it. I would really like to talk soon. He just kept on asking to talk. All he wanted to do was sit down and talk, and Jeffree started to put it off because probably he didn't want to talk to him. I don't know, but at all, if you really want to know if someone's talking behind your back, you would go to that person. I don't feel it's necessary for you to hear it in this ear and then hear it from somebody else's mouth. Oh, this person said this, person said this. No, if you really want to know, just go to that person and they might tell you.
I flew to Australia on May 8th, and on May 10th, hours before my scheduled meet and greet appearance where 5,000 fans were already waiting outside, I was woken up at 4 in the morning by my friend because Tati had just uploaded her video titled "Bye Sister." Watching Tati's video, it was very clear to me that my friend was still very hurt, and even though I had already apologized both privately and publicly, I wanted to make a video right then and there with my raw and honest emotions. But because of the time difference, it took me an extra few hours to film the video and get it up, and by the time I was about to hit publish, I received yet another text from Jeffree Star.
Okay, this is are you going to respond to everything or pull a Manny 2.0 question? Now Manny is the one that James and other people had problems with because he was fake. When you basically trapped Sam in your hotel room in Seattle, you weren't there, Jeffree, and physically forced him to stay, did not happen, and made him feel horrible for their panties you spent on the room, I knew something was terribly wrong with you. After you just posted a video saying that you still loved him and stuff like that, you weren't there. When Zach showed me the Snapchat messages of you trying to force him to like you, how can you force somebody to like you? Honestly, how can you force somebody to like you? Not. So, back then, you were lying. Of you trying to like him and send him photos, it was completely horrifying to see you use the same sentence as a rapist. Are you really calling him a rapist right now? Really? At all the scandals you had, you really called him. I thought Jeffree would have been really nice and try to help him through this, but you called him a rapist. Rapist would use. He was so grossed out by your behavior and the way that you tried to make him feel bad or not. I'm just done.
Cleared up Sam and our night together being 100% consensual. He was absolutely not trapped in a hotel room. But Jeffree also brings up Zach. Zach is his boyfriend Nate's brother, and not only did I not pursue Zach, who identifies as mainly straight, but it was actually Jeffree who suggested that I talk to him in the first place.
Nate's brother is single and mainly straight. Right up your alley.
Sounds good.
And he
so you obviously hear him trying to
he just moved here at work.
Zach and I talked on Snapchat for maybe a total of 10 selfies back and forth to each other. He was super sweet, but it was very clear to me that he was not actually interested, and the conversation stopped before anything could even get remotely flirty at all. With everything going on, I did not reply to Jeffree's text in the moment. A few days later, on Monday, I woke up again in the middle of the night from a phone call from my little brother Ian, who was very upset. He told me he had tweeted saying, "Why do people act so tough online?" about somebody from his hometown who was bullying him. And Jeffree Star, of all people, had quote tweeted Ian's tweet saying, "Why is your brother a predator?"
Okay, that's true. It said, "Why is your," and this is the Jeffree Star account. And Ian said, "Why does everyone act so tough over the internet?" Which he had a bully that he was dealing with. James retweeted, thought it was talking about him, talking about everything that went on in the just business, and said, "Why is your brother a predator? Why'd you really move back to New York?" Exactly, shut the fuck up. Maybe he just wanted to move back to New York so he can be with people. I don't know. You don't know. Because you weren't there.
Why did you really move back to New York City? Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Many people were quick to call out Jeffree for bullying a kid who had nothing to do with the situation literally at all,
and you're like
and he deleted
30,
the tweet.
20,
After this, I went to check my phone and noticed that Jeffree had texted me a few minutes prior, and I opened my phone to this. I really want to read this text out loud just so you all get to hear exactly what I had to
just
read,
listen,
but also so I don't miss anything. Grayson is going on camera shortly to finally tell the world how you tried
Grayson. If Grayson was going to record, which they posted a video, I think the day after, I don't know. The day after that, James and them, if they would have really came out, they would have talked about it on their channel. Which everyone knows that the Dolan twins do not talk about anything personal on their channel because they don't like to put their business out at all. So for Jeffree to put Grayson in it and try to molest him, come on now, molest. We're really gonna play that game, like molest, rapists, predators. It's zero tolerance, zero. You making false accusations saying that James is a predator, molester, rapist is just downright wrong. Out of all things, is downright wrong. Just wrong.
Molest him and touch him in his sleep and made him uncomfortable for months, you sick motherfucker. Next, Zach will be going on camera to tell how twisted and sick you were, trying to get him to like you.
I just love how he is trying to drag all these people on his YouTube channel. Grayson, Zach, Sam, Cameron. Who's Cameron? I haven't seen no Cameron. Who's Cameron? It's just downright rude. Why would it has nothing to do with you? It was Tati and his situation, not you and him and Tati.
Make him feel bad when he didn't want to send you photos back. Then Sam from Seattle will be joining me and Cameron to talk about you trapping him in his hotel room. You need to be locked in prison for a very long time. You need the internet taken away from you. You are a danger to society. As disgusting as it is, I have to admit, bringing up Grayson Dolan was pretty clever. At the height of all these allegations and stories going around, both of the twins unfollowed me, not wanting to be associated, and fans started speculating that the rumors could be as to why. Too bad that aside from our pre-planned collaborative jokes that happened in the Sister Squad videos, me and Grayson flirting, nothing ever happened between us. And when all this went down, I knew Jeffree was lying because the twins were two of the first people to call me and make sure that I was okay.
The Dolan twins are not rude people. They do not put their social media out there for everyone else to see. So for him to try to, have Grayson out there just James looking as a bad guy trying to do something to him, touch him in his sleep, just stupid, just downright stupid. If he really did feel some type of way about James, don't get me wrong, if he really felt the way about James, he wouldn't have texted them, both of them, Ethan and Grayson, would have texted him the next day and said, "Are you okay?" Just put that out there so you guys can know.
Mentioned Zach, and I still have no idea who the Cameron Jeffree is referring to in this message is, but he also brought up Sam last, who we also already talked about. Later on that day, though, Jeffree was right. Sam did upload a video to his YouTube channel telling the whole story. He left out almost all the details and included an illegally recorded FaceTime call, which was on May 2nd. Told you to remember that. But even through all of this, he still managed to get the point across that our interactions were 100% consensual. Next was Jeffree's tweet to my little brother Ian. Now, I did say that this video was going to be solely based on facts, and I of course can't prove what Jeffree was trying to imply here, and I don't want to put words into his mouth. But since it's now open for speculation, might as well clear the air. Ian actually went home for a few different reasons, but it's temporary. He had to get his wisdom teeth taken out, and he's also working on different modeling opportunities in New York City, and I am so incredibly proud of him. But he was also having a really, really hard time in LA. Dealing with a public breakup and negativity online sent him into diagnosed clinical depression, which he is now being treated for, and he wanted to be with my parents. Nothing more. Last but finally not least, Jeffree posted this tweet claiming he hadn't seen me since February and that Nate banned.
Okay, so once again, he tweeted, this is Jeffree Star's account, 12/21, 2005-12. This is the reason that Nathan banned James Charles from our house, from coming over to our home again. There is a reason why I haven't seen him since Glam Life Gore's birthday in February. February. He is a danger to society. Everything Tati has said is 100% 100% true.
From their home. Now, this so-called ban is the first time I'm ever hearing of this, and I just think it's really funny that Jeffree brought this up, considering the fact that he's tweeted me twice in between February and now, saying that he missed me. Regardless, he ended that tweet by saying I was a danger to society and everything in Tati's video was 100% true. Adding insult to injury, not only did Jeffree text me, but he also went out of his way to text my best friend, Drew, this lovely message.
Okay, this is his best friend. How dare you? How do you sleep at night knowing that you are able and support a predator and a full of a hopeful you seek help very soon and get away from that monster when he trapped that boy in his hotel room in Seattle? You did not care about it. You haven't had a soul there. Sam would have came out and said that he trapped him in the room. You guys are just putting just words in their mouth. Jeffree.
Trying to turn him against me. Jeffree's messaging about me both in private and in public was hurtful, defamatory, extremely excessive, but most importantly, literally all based on lies. I wish I knew why he was doing all this, but at the same time, his track record with public feuds makes none of this a surprise. Tati made a video telling stories about me and publicly humiliating me, and now I have serious allegations against me that could be detrimental to my career. Hello, future James, you're popping in again. I've been completely honest with my whole timeline thus far, and I obviously want to keep doing so I feel like it is only fair to mention that only within the past few days, pretty much everyone involved with this situation has started to reach out to me in some way, shape, or form. Sam Cook, the boy from Seattle, has called me 9 times and sent me a few different text messages about the situation and trying to make things right. Tati and her husband James have tried to reach out in order to schedule a meeting, but only through a mutual YouTube rep that we share. And I've also heard from that same person that Jeffree was open to a meeting as well. This whole thing has just been really difficult for me because throughout the past 3 weeks, literally all I've wanted and all I've asked for was for communication from these people, and I tried really, really hard to get that, and I didn't. So I declined the meetings because I felt like this was started publicly and it was addressed publicly, and I felt like it was only fair for me to address this publicly as well, before meeting behind the scenes and talking further.
Sure.
That sucks to say because I still have love for these people, and I hope that one day we all can sit down together in a meeting for closure and also to discuss how in the future, if problems do come up, we can talk in private with only us involved. But right now I just need time and space to kind of get my head back to where it needs to be and get my mental health back together before I kind of rekindle those friendships, because everything that happened still really, really hurt, and I like wouldn't wish what I went through upon even my worst enemy, no matter how angry I was. I've always tried to use my platform to spread positivity, but I feel like at this point it's my responsibility to be honest with you guys and tell you that the last few weeks of my life has literally been the most painful time that I've ever had to deal with, and my head and brain for a hot minute went to a place so dark that I didn't think that I was going to come back from. And I can't believe I just admitted that on camera. People always say that being a social media influencer is an easy job. I assure you, and I promise you, it's a lot stronger than what you may think, right?
Okay, so I'm done with that. Just enlighten you guys. Okay. So today, Jeffree Star, he did post a Snapchat saying that he was gonna make his own video, but right now he wants to focus on him and Nathan because James is spreading lies. James is doing this. James is dragging his name to the mud. James is doing this. James is doing that. James is doing that. I just feel as though if you guys were so-called best friends and you banned him from the house in February because you guys haven't talked in February, remind you, I'm doing this because that's all a lie. because they posted videos in February and stuff like that. If you guys didn't like each other, why were you still posting him? Why were you guys still hanging out? So yeah, how I think about it, it's BS. Just BS. You guys have heard the messages, you guys have seen the messages, you guys have did everything. So yeah, I just can't wait to react on Jeffree's little video. So yeah, how I think about it is James had more facts, receipts, messages, screenshots, Instagram posts, tweets, all of that. It's just crazy. And for Jeffree and Tati to call him a predator, a molester, a rapist, can mess up his career. He can go to jail. If he really did lock him in the thing, why didn't he go to the police? Why, if he really tried to keep him captive in his hotel, why didn't he call the police? I'm waiting for the answer. Exactly. So yeah, after Jeffree posts his video, I will be doing a video tomorrow, just doing my makeup and just showing you guys. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment down below, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on the post notification so you can get my notifications every time I post. So yeah, and I will see you guys back another Daisy Nation. And yeah, just crazy to me. So love you guys, and make sure you subscribe. Love you.